zip code is getting an 8.3% appreciation year over year. At 8 years,
Dude,
the property is going to be worth $416,000.
You did great.
Thanks, man.
You really did good. This is
It's funny that I'm finding this as I've been like cold calling code violations that I'm doing mostly off market right now.
Oh, no kidding. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. No, that's great. Good strategy. I love it. Okay, let's run the numbers real quick just because, I mean, it's obvious it's good, but I want to just see. So we're saying, let's call it $2,000 a month. Fair?
Yeah. Fair.
So $1,000 for each, and it's a duplex.
Yeah. Section 8 will pay $1,450.
Okay.
I think.
So that's all gravy though. Like you're paying 10 grand and then for 8 years.
Yeah. She just needs to see, he just wants to see the trust acquisition page because like when she wrote back, that is the only thing he's skeptical about. He didn't argue terms. He didn't argue anything else. He just said, he's just skeptical about how the process works. And I wrote out, like, I went through all of Richard's like trust acquisition emails, and I like pieced a bunch of them together and sent her this like page of like how the trust agreement works.
Yeah. So at the end of 8 years, did you do the math?
Yeah, it said
$192,000. And what are you paying?
How much?
192 is what.
Where'd you get 192?
92 times 2,000.
I saw the appreciation rates for that zip code at
no. I'm not talking appreciation. I'm talking just clean. Like you're getting $2,000 every month. You're not paying anything out except for taxes and insurance and stuff. So 96 months is 8 years, right? So 96 times 2,000 is 192. And what are you ballooning him out at?
The balloon payment will be $85,000.
Yeah. Okay. I might know a buyer.
Right on.
Absolutely. Like this looks great. Yeah. If we need to get him on board, this is great. This is exactly what I want you guys to be searching for. Let's go.
Yeah, the monthly expenses, property tax is actually kind of high for the area. It's $3,400 a year, 76 for insurance, and then the monthly payment is $961. But because
what's PITI? What are we looking at?
Looks like principal interest looks like $1,900, but
really?
Well, that's what this calculator is saying.
That seems really high.
Really high for the property taxes.
Super high for what you're doing. Yeah, no, because if property taxes are $3,000 a year, let's call it $3,500.
It says $280 a month for Detroit, which seems high.
Yeah, so
I doubt. Oh, you know what? That's probably not what he's paying because this is from Zillow, so it's basing it off of his purchase price. So property taxes.
We just need to explain the trust part to him. That's all. He just wants to see the paperwork.
Yeah.
You know what, Marilyn? Do we have an example of the trust document? I think we do. She's going to DM it to you, so you can lock this up. But PITI, it should be substantially less.
Yeah, I'm seeing taxes for what.
Remember, you're not paying. There's no P in this whole situation. There's just ITI. You know what I mean? Because the principal is zero.
Yeah. So the payment that we're taking over for the property is
he's got a mortgage.
Yeah, he's got the mortgage because that's why it's a hybrid. So we're taking over his existing.
Hold on. Okay, I thought he didn't have a mortgage. Hang on.
No, if he had a mortgage, if he didn't have a mortgage, I told him, I was like, we could probably structure you a better deal, but since he has a mortgage,
Yeah,
that's why I only
well, yeah,
offered him.
he's 961. Okay, so we're paying at least 961. Shoot. Okay, I was getting excited for the wrong
Yeah,
reasons.
it's not $2,000 of cash flow a month, but
That's what I thought
the
you were
cash
saying.
on cash is, because of the lower entry fee, is still 38%.
Yeah,
No
I would do this as a nothing to him.
No balloon?
No, nothing to him down payment wise. Just take over the loan.
I think that would make us lose the deal, because he's going to have to pay the realtor. And
how much is the realtor? Let's talk to the realtor. That's when we talk to the realtor and we say, hey, this guy's losing his shirt. This is his first investment. He's going to come to you for more stuff down the road. Let's give him a break.
The realtor's a shark, though. She's the type that, like, she'd kill the deal if she thought she's taking nothing. She doesn't care. So I'd rather the deal go through.
Well, I'm looking at it. I mean, it's not as great as I thought. So when I didn't realize that there was a mortgage, I thought you were doing seller finance completely. So you're seller financing how much of it?
I mean, just the balloon. There's no payment to him.
Just the balloon is seller financed. So there's really nothing. There's nothing to do except pay him in 8 years. His equity,
which will only be like 50% of the equity of the property.
But right now, his equity, I mean, seriously, like his balance is basically what it's worth. Yeah.
Yeah.
You really think it's worth that much more? I don't think it is.
I don't know. Let's see.
I know he's got a second property too.
Yeah, the second property is his house.
Yeah, he lives in California.
Yeah.
And he's owned this one for 10 years, huh? Yeah.
I don't know if that's quite accurate.
Yeah, it says 10 years. So last time it was purchased was 2024. So that's not right. He paid 195. That's why that's his number that he wants to get back to. I don't think he's got $80,000 in equity that he should get in 8 years.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I misunderstood what you were saying because I was so excited about like nothing. Excellent. That's where we want to be. But he's got $900 a month. That's brutal. Dang it.
So if I get this zero down, it's a deal. Otherwise, no.
That's what I would say. I would just say I've got nothing for you up front. There's no way. There's no 10 grand up front. We'll just pay off his debt. What the positive thing for him is he's saving $900 a month plus all the taxes and insurance. So what's that come out to? $1,500 a month?
In cash flow?
No. What he owes each month. He's on the hook for $1,500.
Yeah, roughly.
You know what I mean?
His upper unit's also vacant right now, so he's probably losing money.
Big time. So that's why I'm saying that's why we try to figure out why they're selling. Okay. Because in this situation, that's all we're going to offer him. And let it percolate, let it sit with him for a couple weeks. And then he's going to be like, oh man. And in a week, he's going to be making another payment. And say, hey, I talked to my guys and that's the only way. So there is no balloon for him.
Yeah.
There's nothing down the road.
Okay.
Sorry.
Do you think this works at 160 in cash?
What's that?
Does it work in 160 in cash?
I don't think it's enough of a discount, but I mean, yeah, it probably would just because it's been already flipped. Is that what he's looking for?
Well, no, I made him a cash offer.
Yeah.
And I told him highest and best is 160. You can pay your realtor. You can maybe walk away from the table with a little bit of money and pay your loan.
160 or 116?
160.
No, because he owes 140. Like, I would just take over his loan. I really wouldn't go for a cash deal here.
Okay.
Because I don't think it's it does get good rents, which is great. But I just want to beat him up a little bit more. I don't know if that's just me being greedy, but I really think, it does cash flow a little bit, but I just don't think it's sellable.
Okay.
Because a lot of people are saying, oh yeah, it just needs to be 12 to 14%. And it's like, no, it needs to be way
This
more.
is like
for
26%.
Right. That's what I like about it. It's going to be better if it's just you take over the loan.
I mean, it'd be almost 50%.
Exactly. And so
But-
how are you not going to sell that?
Right. But here's the thing: they've only been on market 15 days. He'll never say yes to that.
Okay.
There's no way.
He won't say yes now. He will in a month.
Okay. All right.
I mean, you're worried about losing it. Don't
Yeah.
worry about losing it. You can't worry about losing it because, again, getting it for what you're getting it for is not sellable. So you're not losing it. You'll get it under contract and you still won't sell it. And so, there's no gain there. And then I know you're a little bit up against the wall financially, and so that's why you're like, oh, this is the one. This is going to work. But I don't think it can unless we just take over the mortgage.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll pitch it.
Yeah, see what he says. I mean, just and blame it on me. Like say I talked to one of my guys and he beat me up. He said, "No, there's no way that would work. It's only going to work if you just take it over."
Okay. Because I think the other problem I have here is now I've offered him 160 in cash, and that's what he's going to want then. Because at least he gets out of his loan.
I know, but he also gets money.
I offered him the cash as to make the takeover more enticing.
Gotcha. Yeah, and you didn't go low enough on your cash. That's the other issue. Like, again, I mean, he's got a. Oh, I lost it. He's got what, 140?
I didn't want to go so low that it looks like I'm a wholesaler. Like I said, this lady's a shark.
It's okay. All those things are okay. These are all not reasons to go low.
See, this is why I'd prefer dealing with a direct seller.
Oh yeah, no, that's always easy. Well, and she's expecting. What's he asking right now? What's his purchase price?
220.
Which is way out of line. I mean, she's looking for a $13,000 payday. If she gets 6%. Try it, see what happens, and just say the cash deal is off the table. Say, yeah, I've decided against the cash deal. You're allowed to change your mind, so don't. It's a good exercise, so don't be afraid to change your mind.
All right, sounds good.
Sorry, crushed your dreams. I was so stoked. I thought you had a seller finance for nothing, no payments per month. I'm like, yeah.
No, if I did, I would have.
That's why I was saying, I'm like, why not take this? And you're like, no, I don't have the money. I'm like, it's free. Okay,
no,
now I get
it. It was a free house. That would make sense, but
yeah, for sure. Okay, sorry.
It's all good. I gotta head out. I gotta go to work now.
Okay. Where do you work?
I'm bartending at a brewery in town.
Oh, cool. Where are you located?
Bend, Oregon.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, if you're on West Coast, you probably know their beer. It's Crux.
Yeah, I don't drink, so.
Yeah, I don't really drink either.
I just never. Oh, you're a bartender that doesn't drink. That's amazing.
We did like 30 days 2 years ago, and I ended up going like 45, and now I'll have like a drink a week.
Hey, good for you. That's great.
I have like a glass of wine with dinner, but if I have a single glass of wine or a beer or a cocktail, I feel it in my sleep, so it's not worth it for me. I like to get up at 6 a.m. and get to life.
What a great thing to realize. That's cool. Yeah, I just never been. I don't like the taste, so it's.
Yeah, that's not my problem. I'm a bartender. I know how to make it taste good.
You're like, this is delicious.
Yeah.
All right. Well, have a good
All right.
night. And yeah, throw that out at him and just apologize. Blame it on me. Like for real. Just be like, oh, I got beat up by my, by my colleague. And he said, like, what are you doing?
Perfect. Is there any way you can still send me the trust agreement page just so that I have
Yeah,
that?
absolutely. Hey, Marilyn. Let's see if Marilyn's in here. Hey, Marilyn, do we have that example of a trust? Let's see. And Musa apparently has a property for you. He's freaking out in the chats. Musa, come on stage. Jeez Louise. Okay, let me see if she's Marilyn. Oh, there it is. Trust example. It's in the chat.
Perfect. Thank you.
And anybody else that needs that, it's a great thing. I would love for you guys to all read over it, throw it through chat, have it explain it to you, whatever you need. Like let's get a real good understanding on that.
Yeah.
All right. Have a good night at work.
Helps a lot.
Be careful. Don't get anybody riled up in bed.
Yeah. Sounds good, man. Bro. Talk to you soon.
Falcon,
hello, hi, Marlon.
You're not in your car. Oh, I can't hear you on mute. Turn on your camera. I'll go to you guys first for sure. What's going on?
So I just called that one over in Moultrie. I got miscommunication on kind of my end and a little bit on his end. So here, the creative I was talking about at 12%, he would hold back 12%.
Where's your mic? Are you doing this again? Is your mic in here? Those are horrible because I can't understand you. That's super like. No, that's probably better. I can tell it's better. You there, Falcon? Hey, Danielson, I just invited you on stage because I want, since you're new, let's help you out. Okay, Falcon, let's hear it. Oh, now I don't hear you at all. Dang it, I heard something. Just double check your settings, make sure your computer is now your primary instead of your headphones. That's probably all it is. See if it works. Any good? No. Talk to me. Oh, shoot. Yeah, so go into like right by the mic and there's a little arrow pointing down. And you can click there and then your input devices will be there. And so go to your default and see if it's, it could be here on your USB or your, do you see that? Do you see that setting?
I'm on. It says I'm on default.
There we go. Yep. Now you're good. I hear you.
That
was weird.
So yeah, technology evades me. So I called the guy in Moultrie back. I got my information kind of mixed up with his information. His 12% creative is that he would withhold 12% and let that be financed out. So he wants up to around 90% up front, and he would let the back half of that place in position.
Have a nice day. That's all you say. Yeah, we can't go 90%. That's crazy.
Yeah. So
yeah,
that one, and then I've been using that website that you sent me the other day.
Yeah.
And for the one in, because I didn't see anything on PropStream or Zillow, those 3 duplexes over in Albany, they have a mortgage on them for about 50 or 40 grand.
Okay.
does that change the offer price, or that kind of doesn't really for a cash offer on that?
No, not for a cash offer. Absolutely not. I mean, that's just what they're going to have to pay to get out of, they're going to have to use part of the cash to just get out of their loan. So you should be fine.
Okay.
Did that site make sense? I think it's way simpler. It's kind of backwards.
Yeah, it's surprisingly simpler, especially for doing like some of the seller finance stuff.
Yeah, super simple and really helpful. So hopefully one day we can advertise it and let people know about it. But if anybody wants a simpler way, just DM me and I'll help you guys out with a trial for sure. Okay, cool. What's your actual name? So I don't keep calling you Ben. That's right. I knew that.
So I had Falcon Express set up when I was originally on Discord playing Call of Duty and stuff, and I never changed it. It just
that's so many people are like, they're very.
I've got other stuff to worry about. So I am looking at another site though, in Valdosta. It's looks like a kind of a portfolio dump with a bunch of different addresses.
Okay.
They're all look like to be single homes, and I'm still doing the research on them and the math. I think it might be one of those deals to maybe buy the portfolio and then sell them out individually, because I think it may make more money and make more sense that way.
Yeah, no, I always like that. It's kind of fun to get rid of all of them at once too. So, you can definitely do that.
Yeah, they want 500 for it for 4 properties.
Okay.
And I'm waiting on the agent to call me back just so I can confirm like rentals and stuff like that on it to get the information going.
Okay. So they're averaging about 125 each, and as long as their rents are in the 1,200 range, you're good.
2 of them. They're all under rent, because right now, that's why I said I just want to confirm them, because right now three out of the 4 of them are under $1,000.
Okay, and so then in that situation, it's a really good checkmate situation for seller finance. Do they own them outright?
I can't tell. Put the address in on this one real quick and find out.
Yeah, because if they own them outright, then this is a prime time to explain to them that these don't cash flow. Nobody will ever buy them, ever, ever, ever. No investor wants properties that don't cash flow, but we can do it through seller finance. We can create a cash flow situation through seller finance if they're into it.
Okay, I'll message you the link, because I'll try to find it now, and then because it's 0 is the letter, the number holder. It's not like 1, 2, 3 or anything like that. It's 0 and then the street. So I need to find the listing and then pull up the actual house from there.
Okay, cool.
So other than that, I think pretty much at my end of day kind of for where I'm at. I've got a few more calls to make on some other properties, but that's just to inquire about some stuff.
Okay, and I'm gonna throw in hey Marilyn, throw in that buy box that I have. I've got a buddy who I know out here, who he's kind of one of those I buy houses kind of guys. And so what I want you guys to be able to do is have a reason to call California and a reason to call Arizona. And so this guy likes California and Arizona. And so we'll put his buy box in here. It's Maricopa County in Arizona, Orange County, San Bernardino. He likes North Carolina and Florida. I don't think he does. So ignore those 2. But the rest of them, Orange County, San Bernardino, LA County, I know he likes. So we'll change that and then put it back up. But yeah, that's his buy box. And so if you find anything like that, we kind of know where to send it. And it's a better way to search, because you know what you're looking for. Plus it's a way to search West Coast.
Yeah.
And so you get an extra 3 hours of searching time.
Yeah, it's a stretch on that one, because it'll be I typically finish my day at midnight, 1 o'clock here, which is about 7 o'clock East Coast. So if I worked till West Coast time, I'd be up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
You'd be killed. Yeah, I totally
I'd
get
be
it.
dead. So stop about 1 a.m. here.
Good plan.
But I'll check that.
Yeah.
I mean, I've still got a few more hours and running out of some stuff. And
Okay.
perfect. I appreciate it, Trent. I'll let you know how things go.
Okay, take it easy.
Thanks.
All right, Zell, what's up?
What's going on?
How are you?
Doing good. How are you?
Good.
So I've been in the Discord for about a week, and I
Okay.
finally got an agent who's like he's ready to sell, but he just kind of wants his money more up front. She was like a 3-year balloon, but I was like, I know we can't do that. So I told her I'd run some numbers for her, and I sent you the numbers. And I was just wondering, what do you think about them, and if I could sweeten it up a little bit. She said she's got a stack of these seller finance offers. Like but he's open to it, but it just depends on the terms. She said.
Well, yeah, and
So he's
ask her to kind of review them with you, like, hey, what's the holdback? I mean, what does he not like? Let me see what I can do to put together a deal that makes sense for everybody. Okay.
I know you say like usually start with like a 10 or 12-year balloon, but since she said he wanted his money like within 2 years of what she was saying, I was like, well, I don't know if we can do that, but I can run some numbers and see what we can get you.
You can tell her right off the bat, I know I can't do that. You don't have to say I don't know. Yeah, just say, yeah, that's impossible. That's not even, we need the time for appreciation to happen. But if it's 58.32, is it for real?
Well, the property tax and insurance are actually lower on Zillow, but I asked her what she thought it was because they seemed a little low. I mean, it is. On Zillow, it's saying they're like, let me see.
Yeah, send me the
On Zillow, it's showing 55 and 38. I sent you the address in that DM too, I believe.
I think you did.
And
just realized
the HUD, the Section 8 rental says 1580 for that neighborhood. And on the Zillow estimator, it says 1550.
Okay, let me check it out.
And I was thinking that offer I sent you, I was thinking about maybe if we can give them more on the monthly.
Yeah, the
looks
monthly
pretty good from what I'm
that's
saying.
the last place we want to give them more. We always want to give them more on the purchase price. That's the one that doesn't matter as much to us. Okay, and so your offer was 123?
Yes, sir.
I'm just bringing this up. Okay, but he has a loan balance?
No, it's free and clear.
Okay, good. What's the? Oh, I see. I hate.
And I haven't sent anything over to her yet. I just wanted to run it by you first.
Yeah, I love the down payment. Perfect. Monthly payments, great. Like, what's it rent for?
1550 on the Zillow estimator and 1580 on Section 8.
Okay, and so yeah, I would go 387 on your monthly payment. So maybe put that down to 400 instead. I don't see why it's catching so much.
It's a 4-bedroom.
That's great.
And I looked down on the map, and there's one. There's one 1.4 miles away, 4-bed, 2-bath. It's like 400 more square feet, but it rents out for 1,600.
Okay. I'm just trying to figure out how your cash on cash is so high. There's something missing here that I'm not seeing.
I was confused too. That was the first time I put it in the calculator and it popped up like that, even with the 20-year or with the monthly payment like higher than normal.
There's something in here.
I mean, I didn't put an assignment fee on it or anything.
No, and that wouldn't do it. There's something going on here. I'm trying to figure out which one it is. Your balloon. So that's you're doing a 6-year because you think that's all he'll get. Huh, I don't know. I don't see this being 58. Do me a favor, put it to the payment. Let's do the payment at 400 and see how much that changes it. There's something wonky.
400.
Yeah. Something's weird because that's not a 60% cash in cash. No way.
So 395 would put it at 66.
No way. So something's.
I mean,
Throw your just the calculator in the chat. Let me let everybody look at this because I'm baffled. In my brain, that doesn't cash flow 66%. I don't see it.
the one I sent you want to put in there?
Yeah, because you've got basically $1,100 to play with. Yeah, guys, look at this calculator. Is this the updated one? Oh, yeah, it's 66. Okay, 58. Yeah, that's fine. Something's missing in here, guys, and I'm trying to figure out what it is. You get your maintenance, you got your management. I just don't see this cash flowing that high.
And I didn't put anything on insurance because I just did 2,500 divided by 12, and those 208. So I just put it in there as one.
Yeah, that's fine too.
And on Zillow, like I said, it's like it's showing even less than that. It's showing 55 taxes and $38 on insurance. It's like 90.
Yeah, I mean,
that's why I was wondering if I could give her more because like it was so high, cash on cash. I was wondering if I could give her more.
Absolutely, this is true, but it just doesn't compute into my brain right now. Okay, let's go to the chat. That's where the smart people with the calculator are. Yeah, so amortization doesn't matter as much as I do. Just I take a quarter of what the property rents out for, and that's usually pretty good. Does anybody see anybody see how that it's 58 doesn't make any sense? There's no assignment fee. So even if you throw an assignment fee and see just throw like
5,000.
Yeah, maybe 5 or 3, but yeah, go 5 and just
5,000 would be 46.
Still insane. Like that's super high, but I don't see where it's possible. Does it say cash on cash what you're actually making monthly? Where is that? Yeah,
636 monthly.
Doesn't make sense. Yeah, I'm baffled on this one. I really am. I don't. If anybody in the chat sees something I'm not seeing, but if that's working out and that's right, then you're good.
Did I sweeten it up a little bit for them?
If they say no, don't do it until they say no. So never try to guess what they're going to say. Only go with what they're saying. So 100%, you can add. I mean, watch what happens if you add another 10,000. Go up to 130. Go to 135 on the purchase price, and see what happens.
Same down payment.
Same everything. Just change the price.
Okay. That puts it at a 60.9.
Yeah. See, so it doesn't change much. That's the beauty. So you can go higher. That's why that's the whole point of going higher on the purchase price. It's implied value, but it doesn't really affect us that much.
Gotcha. Well, I have a question about the balloon for like how much of a spread you want for like the outstanding balance?
We've got to have at least 6 years. There's no insurance in the calculate. Yeah, he's got $204 a month, I think, for the insurance.
208, but it's you're right.
That's the monthly payment. Yeah, nobody else sees it either. I thought if it was glaring at somebody that they'd be like, "Wait, you did this wrong." For me, just in my brain, I wouldn't have thought it was cash flowing. Just that $600 would make it cash flow COC of 58%. I just don't get it. So the bottom, there's no insurance.
It's considered 104. I just put it in one.
104 is the insurance.
Well, on Zillow it's showing like $38, but I asked the realtor, "What do you think it would be for tax and insurance?" And she said probably like $2,500 for both. Like as
Okay,
a one.
Jazz is saying that you haven't put that insurance, but I thought I saw it.
I mean, I can put 104 in each and see what it does, but
Okay, and somebody ran it themselves and got the same thing. So you're probably good. I just don't
yeah, it's
see
still the
it.
same.
I think it is actually 58 because you divide your down payment and your closing cost by your how much you are making per year. So if you divide, like you're making, let me go back and see. You said you are making, your cash flow is 557. That's 6,684 per year. So you divide that number on the down payment, 9,000, and the closing cost, which is 2,460.
Okay, so that is calculating out right. Thanks,
Yeah,
Ryan.
that's it, right? Sure.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, when you go out, so let's go to your strategy. Thanks, you guys, for helping out, because to me, I didn't realize it was that good. You can totally offer more. Don't until they say no, but you have to get a higher. It's got to be like put in a 2-year balloon and see what that does. I don't think it's going to cash flow.
A 2-year balloon puts the outstanding balance at 115.
So is that's what they want, is the 2-year balloon, right?
Yes, sir.
That doesn't work for us.
Nope.
Okay. So yep. So here's what you do to incentivize them to take a 6-year, because I think go for 7, see if you can get 6.
Should I just say like the tax benefits or something?
No, you can do that, but just throw more money at the down payment. I mean, at the purchase price.
Okay, so raise the down payment, even if it's above.
No.
Like,
I'm sorry. Purchase price, just the purchase price. Raise the purchase price. Put it up to 140. You can put it wherever you want.
Okay.
Everything else go well. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
So that's your incentive. That's the best place to give them money. But really hammer home that 6 years, 7-year balloon.
So just a question I have: if I do a 6-year balloon, it's an outstanding balance of 94,000, which is like how much we would still owe.
Yep.
And it's listed for 113. Like, how does that affect it? Like, as in for this person actually buying it?
Well, there's also appreciation that's going to happen. And so you're hoping for an equity play as well. But over that time, how much money are you making? So that's the other calculation you want to do. So you can see how much it is, because it's going to pay most of that.
Okay. Like, what would you say is a good range to be in for the outstanding balance? Or like the minimum you would take?
For an outstanding balance of like at the end of 8 years?
Like, say a property's $100,000, how much would you want to owe at the end of 7 years, like, or a percentage or whatever?
I don't really have a number there, because I mean I'm selling these, so that number is kind of, because you got to calculate in how much money you made over that time too.
Okay.
So that's you're kind of getting paid along the way to pay that.
Gotcha. I'm gonna go with 140 or 135. What do you think? Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter a bit. Yeah.
9,000 down, or should I bump that up or leave it there?
Leave it where it is, because just move one thing, and the best thing you can move is the purchase price.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Hello, hi, Trent.
What's going on, Craig?
Hello, hi, Trent.
Hold on, Musa. I'm doing everybody that's got their camera up first, and then I'm going to Daniel, and then you'll be in there. I'll get to you.
How you doing, Trent?
Good. What's going on, Craig?
So remember yesterday that property in Lubbock?
Yep.
And I shot back, and I don't know if this is going to help anybody, but I called her up, the realtor, and I said, "Hey, I got an offer. It's a seller finance, 200,000. I did 12,000 down instead of 10,000 because that would cover her cost if she got the full 6%. So I said, your commission is going to come out of that, and we would balloon it at 10. But here was the problem. It wasn't even a problem. I said, I just want to be completely transparent. I got a couple of friends that I'm partnering with. So I don't know, there's just financially, that's what we're doing because we're trying to get started. So she was completely on the hook there. And then I said, hey, I'm going to send you over something like in an email. And I said, I'm going to probably throw it into Chat GPT. So don't be surprised if it comes out weird and there's this lingo. Really, I just set up the contract or the offer through Buy Box Cartel.
Okay.
So I threw it in, sent her. She never responded back. But my follow-up email was, oh, hey, because I'm a complete rookie at this, I made a mistake. I forgot to add that I'm going to balloon that at 10 years. So even though she didn't respond to me, it gave me an opportunity to follow up again, but really passively. So that literally just happened when you were talking to a couple of people during this live. So we're just waiting. In the meantime, I actually called another Lubbock one, and she said she has an investor that has 11 properties. He's willing to do seller finance, but it was at 7.5%. I said, just send it to me and I'll look at it. But I took your advice. I started to call people locally in the Youngstown area. And I got one that is probably not going to work, but I wanted to see if this is something that you would even approach. This real estate agent said there's a woman that, the granddaughter is a POA for the grandmother that's going into a nursing home. And that's his niche realty side. He said, I deal with specific, just elder transitions.
POA, help me out.
Power of attorney.
Power of attorney. Okay, gotcha.
So I said, well, okay, I'm not sure if this is going to work out for me or not. The rents over there are $2,000 a month. They want $70, but I'm not going to gouge them on a cap because that just feels karma would probably hit me in the face if I did something like that. But because this money is going ultimately to the nursing home, I don't know if it would make sense for the seller in that regard to do seller finance. Am I thinking correctly?
No, because let's find out how much the nursing home is.
Okay.
So if they say, we need $500 a month for the nursing home. Oh, now you know your threshold for seller finance. Okay. So if we can do that payment so it covers them for the nursing home and work our other numbers to work for us, then we're golden. Yeah. Because I love, again, guys, I say it constantly, finding out the reason why they're selling is so important. I mean, this one that Richard and I did that I just signed on today, she was a nurse who got a great job out of town. She was trying to sell it to somebody through a sub-2 situation, and they weren't defaulting on it, and she was driving her nuts, and they were paying her like every 2 weeks or when they could, and she just was over it. She has $100,000 in equity. She didn't care. Like, wow. I'm killing it. My new job, I'm killing it. I'm good to go. I just want to get rid of this. And there's a solar loan. There's all this stuff. And she's like, I just want out. And so we got her out.
I got to be honest with you. You know what my biggest weakness is? I told my wife, I apparently have the gift of gab. And I talked to this realtor for 50 minutes.
Yeah, too much.
Yeah, too much. Because I thought it was going to go south. But I was like, boy, if I could find this person to do that. He has contacts with all the nursing homes, hospice,
exactly.
Warriors.
Oh, I love that. No, that's a good reason to stay on the line. No problem.
He even texted me later and he said, I really appreciated that call because a lot of the time you don't get a man on the other line that kind of really understands what I do and appreciates it. Because I told him time again, I said, I appreciate the fact that you are looking after, people that should
more
after.
help, and that's the whole thing. The more we're helping people, I really feel like it karmically comes back to you. It's really important.
Open.
But also the best part of that is your wife didn't have to listen to you for that hour.
Oh
So
no,
that's kind of
she was still working, so she came in like 10 minutes after, and she was like, "Okay, thank God I missed all that." So
yeah, no.
I just wanted to follow up with you. I'm probably going to
Good.
hit the tomorrow and this weekend, and I'll touch base with you guys next week to see what I come up with. Hopefully, I'll have an offer or a counter offer.
Well, and everybody in the audience, I mean, guys, it gets infectious. Once you start making the phone calls to realtors, you just like I wake up every morning at 4:30. It's actually 4:21. I don't know why. And I can't sleep anymore. And so I just head to the office. I mean, it's like I'm having so much fun that I just this is what I want to do.
And I don't know if anybody's a fan of Moneyball. That was one of my favorite movies. And I felt like Brad Pitt after I hung up the phone. I'm like, man, do I want to do this? Like, man, let's get people on the line. And I just want to start making these moves. So it is because you really have nothing to lose.
No.
If you come in there with your best spirit, they're gonna be like, great, I'm my guard down. So
absolutely. And everybody's end goal in here should be buying properties. I don't want you wholesaling. I want you investing. I want you to own your own properties. So build up your nest egg through wholesaling, save everything you get for any kind of assignment fees, and then start buying properties.
The other Lubbock that I called that had the 11 properties, she just texted me this morning and she said there's a duplex right next to Texas Tech that the man just is willing to take cash offers and all that. So I got to do some digging on that to see if there's ability there. So far, so good, Trent.
Good job. Excellent job.
Thank you very much, man. You have a good one.
Okay. Take it easy.
You too.
Okay. Danielson, you are next. I saw in the chat that you said you're new. So hold on. I muted you accidentally. Hang on. Let me bring you up. And then if you can turn on your camera, for everybody in the audience, I get to people that have their camera on just because this is a people person kind of thing. A people person. I guess I'm a people person. But this is a very personal way of doing business. And so we always want to be able to talk to each other face to face. Did your camera not work? I see you trying. So you're good. You're new. So you get, there we go. How are you? Oh, and your microphone is not working. Are you on an external microphone by chance? Because I can hear something rattling around, but I don't think it's your main mic. Still can't hear you. Sorry about that. So I'll help you out here real quick. So if you go down to the microphone down there, there's an arrow right next to it. Do you see that? Click on that and then go up to input device and then try to pick your default. It might be your default that you need. But if you have anything plugged in or any kind of Bluetooth headphones or anything like that, it might be taking over. And, there we go. Something's happening.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
All right. Yeah. On mine, it has like 4 different options.
Yeah.
So I just went through those.
Perfect. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Welcome to the Discord.
Yeah, that's great. I've actually been in for about an hour, so I'm trying to figure out and navigate through things, and trying to get the hang of this. This is kind of what I want to do for the rest of my life, And
nice,
it's
awesome.
I'm glad you guys had mentioned that's what you like to do and stuff like that, because a lot of the stuff that y'all talk about it kind of intrigues me to want to do more, but I don't know where to get started. So,
okay, good. You're my favorite type of people. So what I'm going to have you do, the most important thing in this entire thing is calling realtors, okay? And it's also the most nerve-wracking when you're new because you're like, okay, I'm calling realtors, but I have no idea what to say. And so I'm going to give you a mission. Your mission is to call any realtor anywhere about anything, but the focus is I want you to build a rapport with that realtor, okay? And just be chatting with the realtor about the property. What I do is I'll go on Zillow, I'll find a property, and I just look at the pictures while I'm talking to them. And I can be like, oh, wow, I can wonder who chose the paint in the kitchen. That's horrible, or just something fun. You You got to just chat with them. And in the conversation, you're going to work into it and say, hey, so why are they even selling this place? You know? And if you have enough rapport with them, they're going to help you out. And they're going to be like, oh, you know, they're getting a divorce, or the husband has to go on dialysis in another city, or their dog is sick and they've got to move, or, you know, whatever it is. That's what you want. You want to find that story, because you're going to come back to them with your idea of how to purchase their house. You're not going to make any kind of offers. No numbers are going to be talked about on that first call. It's 100% just building rapport. That's it.
So no sales pitch, nothing like that.
No.
Just build rapport.
No.
Call.
And the reason I do that, and the reason I tell you guys to do that, is there's zero stress. You're not going to have any stress, because you're talking about stuff you already know. And so you're going to look at whatever the house is. Here, I like an example. This one I'm just looking at. What I do is I check the rents and see what the rents are, and ask them, like, oh, you know, this is a duplex. Like, what are the rents there? I see on Zillow it says it's $1,000. But is that per side or is that total? And they'll let you know. Actually, and this one is potentially a good deal. I just kind of came upon it. So I'm going to send you this. I'm going to send this to you in your DM. So you'll see a little message pop up and click on it. Okay. Do you see that? Hard to find.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Yeah. Go up to the very top. Do you see it? It's from me. 0% Trent is my handle. So did you see it?
I see inboxes.
Okay, so go to the very top left-hand corner and click on direct messages. Okay. And then come down, you'll come down like 4 rows, and then it'll say direct messages, and then I should be the top one. Probably if you just started, I'm probably the only one.
Here we go.
I'm sending you a bunch of letters there.
Message requests. Trent KO, TKO.
Yep, TKO, perfect. Okay, so together we're going to look at this property. The reason I think it might be a deal is because I think it rents out for $1,000 per side. Okay, and if that's the case, we have what's called the 1% rule. And the 1% rule is super simple math. It's looking at something, finding out the purchase price, which this one is 165, right? And then we just move the decimal and we say, as long as it rents for $1,650 a month, that's something to call on. Okay. So then the second thing we do is we kind of look at all the photos, and we just look, and right away we see, oh wow, okay, somebody looks like they took care of this place. Probably an investor. What's that? Are you seeing it okay? You with me, Daniel?
It looks fully renovated. Looks like it's fully renovated.
Yeah, it looks like somebody really took care of it.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
so
it's loading up for me. But yeah.
No problem. Okay, so what I want you to do, once it loads up, you're going to go down just a little bit. Oh, your internet is fighting back.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you see the main page where you can roll down? Okay, see the main page where you roll down, you see the 165, see the address, and then you see what's special. And it's there's kind of a write-up about it.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I do is I just quickly read that. Beautiful renovated duplex near Pingree Park. Don't miss this fantastic house. It's 2 bedrooms, 1 bath on each side. Upper units vacant, perfect for an owner occupant, new tenant. Okay, so that's all the stuff, and your listing agent is probably who wrote that. And so I use this as kind of what I go off of. And you can play like you're a new investor. Okay. First time investing. And so that way they know that you're a moron and it's okay. Okay. So being a moron in this situation is so advantageous because the realtors are going to be nice to you. Okay. So don't be afraid to be a moron, even if you aren't one. Okay. So then you go down a little bit further and you see a very hard name to pronounce. That is the realtor. XHE.
Yeah, I wouldn't even know how to say that.
And that's how you start. So that'll build rapport right there. Just say, hey, I'd love to say your name, but I know I'll butcher it. Hey, I'm calling on the house on Moffett. Do you have a second to talk to me? I just wanted to see more about it. Okay.
Right.
And then you're going to go and just start chatting. Like, hey, are these, I mean, it's a duplex. Are they identical? Is the layout the exact same? And are those floors real wood, or is that Pergo, or what kind of floor is that? Yeah, those countertops look really nice. Are those actual marble, or are they some kind of a composite? Ask all these silly questions. Okay.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes, that makes sense.
Okay. And you're on your computer, right?
Yes.
So you can make that phone call right now.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
You're putting me on the spot now.
That's what I love. That makes my day. If I can get you to cry, Daniel, then I'm even happier. So if you can shed a tear, no, it's nerve-wracking, but I want you to jump into the deep end, okay?
I feel you. I mean, I'm already sinking.
Well, start treading water.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Why are you doing this to me? Okay, you got 2 seconds to look for it. I'm gonna grab my door real quick. Stand by.
Okay.
Sorry about that. You ready? Ready to call?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Let's do
And
this.
hey, one last thing I need you to do, just so we can hear the phone. Down by your name at the very left-hand corner, you go up 2 rows, and there's like 5 vertical lines. Click on that for me. It'll say, what does it say? Noise suppression, and then turn it off for me. Do you see it? Do you see it where it is? That will allow us to hear.
Yeah, give me 1 second here.
Okay, cool. Then I can hear you better.
Went over to a different screen.
Okay, no worries.
Super scared to call this one. What if I actually land a deal?
You won't. Just don't even worry about that yet, because you're not going to talk about a deal at all, right? Okay, so this is Daniel. He's going to make his first phone call. And so you don't care about that stuff. All you want, the only thing you're trying to land is what?
Why they are selling.
Boom. That's it. If you land that, then you're going to say, oh, that's awesome. Hey, I'll tell you what, I'm going to call you back in a little bit. I just want to run some numbers on this and see if this is a deal that I'd be interested in doing. Okay. So that's your exit.
All right.
I've given you your entry, your exit. You should be all good.
Noise suppression. Let me see where that's at because I'm in at different settings. I see video processing, all of that stuff.
Yeah. So when do you see your name down at the left corner? Left corner, lower left corner. Sorry. Down, downer, down, and it says your name, and then it's got like a mic and a. You see that or no? Are you on the settings screen right now? Good point, Rich. What screen are you on right now? Are you on the Discord screen where you can see me, or are you on a different one?
I clicked on the screen, it shows count.
Yeah, if you go into settings, then go down to voice and video. There's along the left side, there's a whole list. Go to voice and video and then roll down about halfway and you'll find it'll say crisp and just click that to none. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Good. Perfect. All right. You ready to? Oh, perfect. Now I can hear it. You're the button. Perfect. Perfect.
Okay. All right. Let me get this first call going.
Okay. We got TikTok's going to be rooting me on as well. So this is all you. You can't do anything wrong here. Just be curious.
All right.
Yeah, that's so great. This is awesome.
Please leave your message for 248.
So just call right back. We're going to call 4 times. They'll answer on the 4th time.
Leave your message for 24827.
Right again. The hard part. This is the hard part.
Please leave your message for 248.
I think the phone is totally off. Okay, this is things. Yeah, one more time and we'll see if it happens. But if not, we can go do another one.
Please leave your message for 248.
Okay. So don't worry about leaving a message. Keep that though, and once you get through some of these, I want you to call that one at some point because that's got potential, especially if each side is renting for $1,000. That's the hope. Okay, so on Zillow, go back to search. Okay. See up at the top, there's like back to search, and then you'll see like a map on the left side, right? Yeah, I'm gonna share my screen just so you can see it. Because this is all new to you, and it's it's stuff that everybody else kind of knows. So they're probably like, oh, I know how to do that. Okay, so do you see my screen?
It's loading up, yeah.
Okay. Let me know when you see it. And since these aren't deals you're going after, we're going to share it with everybody so they can see what you're calling on. Okay, so I go to this screen. So we went out of this was the house that we looked at just now, right? And so we go back from that one, and let's just go this one next to it. Okay. And I want you to go right straight down. We're not going to worry about anything except looking at some pictures. It's a nice brick house. You can ask about the driveway and if that garage is for this house or that house. I don't think it's that house. Really nice house for $219 in Detroit. Are you kidding? Except for the backyard. Okay, and so apparently it has a baseball stadium in the backyard, which is awesome. But there's a lot to talk about. Like, wow, that fireplace is something else. It looks like they really made a good effort to fix and flip it. So you can talk about all this stuff. Okay.
Okay.
So we're going to do what we're going to do what we did on the last one. We're going to look at this. People up at home, see if there's, as soon as you walk in, there's beautiful hardwood floors, and you can say, "Oh, are those hardwood floors, or do they have pergola? You know, is it like a laminate?"
All right.
The kitchen, bathroom, and say, you know, looks like they really took care of this, and they'll say, "Oh, well, it's actually a fix and flip, and somebody came in and really did a good job." Okay, so this is who you're going to call right here. Don't try to pronounce his last name.
I actually do. I'm gonna have to. I think I'm showing a different properties on my end over here.
Okay.
Is it
Have you seen
567? 567 Phillip Street.
No, that's a different one. But if you want to call on that one, that's fine too.
Okay. Let's do the one that you're talking about right now. I'll just type in the address on here.
It's 5534 Bishop. Street in Detroit. It should pop right up.
Just so that way.
Yeah, no problem.
Chicago or Detroit?
Detroit.
Okay. Now, another thing, like, it's okay for me to like look for properties in other
Anywhere
states other than the one that I'm in, correct?
Anywhere, all over, no problem.
Okay. See, because I live in Arkansas and they require wholesalers to have a license.
Gotcha. Yeah. So just you want to go outside of Arkansas for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So you got the phone number for that guy. You can just call it. Let's see. Hopefully they answer. And it's the same thing. Just kind of click through and just be curious about this place. It looks really nice. It's only 219,000. I'm kind of blown away by that. But you never want to take things with two of them because we're going to beat them up on it.
So my internet kind of likes to skip in and out. So.
Oh shoot! Okay.
Let these load up. Baseball field in the backyard. Wow.
Exactly. That's a great one. Like, wow, how old's that baseball field in the backyard? That's awesome.
In the backyard, or is that a surrounding area?
That's an academy. It's like the school that's supposed to play.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's fun to kind of joke with and have some fun with it.
All right, let me get back up to the phone number real quick and
perfect.
Give them a call.
You get a lot of rings, so that's good news. That means they're just ignoring you.
His first name is Bashar, I think, right?
Bashar, yeah.
Hello?
Yes, is this Bashar with property 5534 Bishop Street?
Yes, sir.
Yes, my name is Daniel. I'm calling to kind of talk to you about the property. It looks like it's in really good condition.
It is.
Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Are you trying to buy through seller financing?
No, I'm just trying to get a little bit of information It looks like you've done a lot of work
Right.
to it.
Yeah, it's a full rehab. Everything is new in the inside. New kitchen, new bathroom, paint, flooring, pretty much everything's new. I don't
Okay.
think they did the roof. I can't remember.
Okay, that sounds pretty good. I noticed it's around a baseball field. That sounds pretty good. What about the fireplace? Is the fireplace recently done? It looks pretty new.
I don't think we really did much to the fireplace, to be honest with you. Can you hold for a second?
Yeah. Okay,
Doing
I'm
great,
on
Jeff.
mute.
Okay,
This is
you're doing
kind of
great. No problem at all. And just if he asks you, just say you're an investor, okay?
Sorry about that. I had another call. No, it's just we just cleaned up the fireplace. I thought. Oh, we cleaned up the mantle, the exterior, and all that is new. Yeah, but like I don't know about the flute and all that. I don't think that's new.
all right. Yeah. Well, I am a new investor. I'm looking at the property. It looks like it's in good condition. Let me get a hold of my investors and run some numbers, and I'll give you a call later on today.
No worries. Thank you.
Does that work?
You know, the reason I asked you about seller financing, and sorry if I was the first question, we get a lot of phone calls from like, and there may be options for seller financing, but I just wanted to figure out if that was the type of buyer you are from the front.
Okay.
Yeah, call me back anytime. No worries.
All right. Yeah, like I said, let me run some numbers, and I'll give you a call shortly.
Sure, no problem.
All right. Bye.
Okay. More than anything, you got the wiggles out. Like now you're like, oh, okay. Human being, I'm just talking to him. So great job.
Okay.
When they say stuff like, "Hey, are you calling about seller financing?" My go-to is, "What is that?" Okay.
Right. Okay. Instead of like freezing, and yeah, that's what made me nervous. Is like,
No, because when you're making your first call, you feel like they're trying to find out more about you, and you're like, I'm a moron at this, and I don't know what to say. So always just fall on the fact that you like, what is that? What sort of finance?
right now, Jazz does have a point there. They are open to seller financing, and I didn't ask about that, so I don't know what they're open to now.
Exactly. So that's a really good point. And so that is a situation where if you go, well, what is that? I'm not really familiar with it. This is all brand new to me. Then they're like, oh, well, I get calls all the time and blah, blah, blah. And the fact that we said they want seller financing is good and bad. Because a lot of times they'll say, yeah, we're willing to do seller financing, but we want a 1-year balloon, and we want 30% interest, and we want $1 million down. Sometimes they're unreasonable. So, that's what you have to get ready for. Okay, so exactly what you did, I want you to do it 19 more times and call California or the West Coast. You can call anywhere in there. We still got
California.
a good 4 hours, but I want you to call them just because of the time right now. They're going to be around. They're going to be able to talk to you. That's the only thing you're going to do. You won't call these guys back. This is all just rapport. I want you to try to build up rapport. So now find more things to talk about. Try to get inside his head a little bit and get to know, like if you hear a dog bark in the background, I don't know if it was barking in your background or his. Just say, oh, I hear a dog. What kind of dog do you have?
Yeah.
Instant rapport. People are like, oh, it's a Doberman. I got him from, straight from England. Blah, 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 blah. They love to talk about stuff like that.
Okay.
So just try to get more personal. The first time is super tough.
Right. And it was, but I feel a little bit better now.
Yep.
But you did make mention California. Should I go ahead and try to find places in Arizona as well?
Arizona, California, Utah, Nevada, anything that's West Coast just right now, just because it's later in the day. If you call East Coast, everybody's going to be done for the day.
Right. And now all I'm doing is just building rapport, and then
build rapport and find out one thing that you didn't do is find out why they're selling.
Okay.
Right? That was the most important thing. It's super simple. You just have to write it down. Just put a big why are they selling on your notepad or something, and just look down at it and try to get.
I knew I was missing something. I knew I was
It was a
missing
big one.
something.
It was a big part of it. No big deal. But I don't know if what you learned in that is the fact that you're chatting with him, and you turned him a little bit. Because he's like, hey, I just wanted to tell you why I was kind of rude to you at the beginning, And so like, oh, sweet. And saying you're a new investor, it takes, nobody is going to be mean to a new investor. It's just the deal. So I'm brand new at this. I came into some money, and I want to make sure I don't spend it. I want to put it into some kind of investment.
Something nice. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. That sounds good.
You
I do
killed
have
it.
to get off of here. Do you have to get off of here and cook dinner for family?
Okay. What's for dinner?
We're having hamburgers.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I'll be right over. Where do you live?
Yeah. Come on over. I live in Arkansas.
Oh, that's right. You told me that. Okay. Little Rock or whereabouts?
Russellville.
Russellville. Okay. I'm heading out. I'll hop on a plane. I'll be there tomorrow sometime.
Hey, that sounds good. But
right.
I do have your message in there. So if I do need some help, I'll send over.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm here every single day from 8 till 10 in the mornings. And then Tuesdays and Thursdays, I do this from like, I think noon until 1:30 or whenever Richard comes on. And that's what we're here to help you out. So it's fun for me. So let me know.
That's amazing, Trent. Thank you.
Okay, really well done. I'm excited for you.
Thank you.
Okay, enjoy the burgers.
Bye.
Let's get later. Okay, Ryan, what's going on? Or it's Rayan, right?
It's Ryan.
It is Ryan.
It's Ryan.
I like it. No, I like it. What's going on?
Remember last time we talked about the property in Texas? We were talking about it, and it was not cash flowing. I told you the purchase price was like 400, and it was bringing around like 2,000 for rent.
Right.
Yeah. But that was my very first property. Like at that time I didn't even call the agent or anything. And they made the call. Like even it didn't it was not like a very good deal, but I felt like I need to call him and see how it will go.
Yeah.
It went terrible. It went really terrible.
Oh, that's fine. But yeah, busting through it is really good. Hey, you've got a superhero. You've got a superpower. And remind me, do you speak Farsi or what do you speak? What's your?
No, I speak English. I understand a little bit Indian and a little bit Arabic. Like I have
an accent. So but you don't speak. Okay, but you don't speak Arabic.
No, I don't. I just understand. Yeah, I understand the Indian and Arabic language a little bit, like maybe 80-70%.
Because a lot of times I always suggest to people that if English is their second language, is to call their native language, call realtors that speak their native language. And the rapport is ridiculous. You guys, it's one of those things where, if they're Mexican and they're talking to somebody in Southern Texas, they're killing it because they've got instant rapport when they speak the same language.
With this realtor, I think he was Arab because his name was like Arab name.
Yeah.
And I think maybe I called him in like at the wrong time. He was extremely rude. He's like, "Are you a realtor or an investor?" I'm like, "I'm a new investor. I'm looking for properties." He was like, "Everything is online. Go and look it up online." And he hung up. I'm like, "What? Really? How is he expecting to make money? Like he's
I call those guys. I call him right back. I'm like, "Hey, we got disconnected somehow."
Yeah, but I didn't insist. Like I didn't trace it back because it was not a really, really good deal. But
yeah,
now
right.
I have another one. It's cash flowing. And I called the realtor. It was a very nice conversation. He's helping a lot. And I just want to share it with you and know your thought. Like, what do you think? Is it a good deal? Is it not?
Absolutely. Okay. Let's check it out.
Let me send you the address. It's listed for 574 right now.
And what's it rent?
It rents for almost 4,000, 3,900.
Still doesn't cash flow.
There is cash flow. Yeah, there is a small cash
Yes?
flow. It's not,
Okay,
it's not a big cash flow, but it's a small one.
Is it a beautiful place?
It is. I just sent you the address. Have you received it?
Okay. Let me check it out.
It's a duplex.
Oh, here you go. Duplex in Dallas. Okay, cool. Let's check it out. And is my audio bad, guys? I'm seeing the chats that my audio stinks. Oh yeah, this is nice. Okay.
Yes. So they're asking
Yes,
for 500. I'm echoing right now. Can you hear me clearly?
Yeah, I can hear you. I think everybody's having a hard time hearing me.
Okay. What about now?
You're good. I think it's me. I think it's me.
Okay. So they were asking for 574.
Yeah,
And
570.
I gave them two offers. I gave them a cash offer. I said like 400. I asked why they're selling. He said they're going like through divorce and that's why they're selling the
Oh.
property.
Good.
Yes, and so I said, okay, if like have you been receiving, because it's been in the market for 70 days. I asked like have you been receiving offers? What's happening? And he's like, yeah, we received an offer a couple of weeks ago and it was for 400. And I was like, yeah, it makes sense because right now, if I am a retail buyer, my PITI would be in the $4,000. I need to be making $160,000 per year to be able to qualify for this kind of house. So for retail buyer, it's not working. And then if we go with the investors, again, if you're asking for this price with the current interest rate, there is no way it's gonna cash flow. So no DSCR loan, no nothing. And he kind of understood this, and I insisted. I told him, okay, when you like present this to the seller, make sure that they understand what's happening, why it's sitting all this time on the market, and give them two options. Like I can offer cash, but I will have to match the price that other investors gave you, which is 400, and they understand that it's not possible that they're gonna accept it. But it doesn't hurt, just offer this. And the other option is I can overpay them to incentivize that they take payments instead of the low ball offer. And he was like, okay, how much do you think you can pay me for, or can pay the seller for this if they take the seller finance option? Now here, before I called him, I did some numbers on Buybox Cartel, and it was saying 650 for this. Yeah, I think
yeah, that's too much.
yes, and it was saying like 50,000 down payment and 1,600 a month.
Okay.
So I offered him. I did these numbers like with Buybox Cartel. I did this on the cash on cash return and on the calculator. The numbers didn't make sense. Like it will cash flow very little and it will be a very low cash on cash return. So I offered them 600 on payments, and I didn't discuss any like interest or a balloon or anything. I wanted him to offer them the two prices, like 400 or 600. What do you think? And see what is their response. Yeah, and I'm still waiting on that. Do you think I'm doing good? Like it's a reasonable offer.
Perfect. No, you've nailed every bit of it. Yeah, you're doing perfect. Everything you're saying. So the one thing you want to drive home is that as an investor, this doesn't cash flow at all, and so there's nobody on the face of the earth that is going to buy this, and it's purely because it doesn't cash flow. And so, and so we'd love to buy it, but I can't justify as an investor, especially a new investor, in buying something that is going to negatively cash flow. So the way that we kind of solve that problem is we do the seller finance, and it allows us to lower the monthly payment to the point where we can cash flow. And so, after 8 years, we can balloon them out, and he can have the benefits of that extra $25,000. it's a great deal for him. But he's in a situation these days like you just cannot. There's absolutely no way for him to sell this place. So you're doing great.
And even in the same neighbor, like there's so many similar properties are sitting there for 60, 70 days. So it's the same exact situation. And basically they're bleeding every month with the taxes and insurance. Really high.
Big time.
Like the taxes and insurance is around like 1,000.
Yeah, they're 1,200. Yeah. So now I'm getting that they have a loan on this.
How? Because I did it on Livestream, and
I've got a different program that says that they have a $276 loan, $276,000. They've got a balance of 253 at a rate of 3%, which we definitely want to get a hold of that loan if we can too. So it's probably going to be a hybrid if they have a loan. So we just have to find out if they have that loan.
Where did you find the loan information? What are you using?
This is a
stream is.
Yeah, this is another program. I'm not allowed to promote it. But DM me. What did we DM? Yeah, I'll
Yes.
I would double check with them, find that out, because if that's the truth, PropStream didn't give it to you. Because when I looked it up on PropStream too, it didn't show it. But yeah, definitely when you call them, just say, hey, I was looking at public record and I came across the possibility that they have a mortgage. And so to do seller financing, we would have to do what's called a hybrid, which we totally do. I just need to know that that's what that's what we're up against. But hey, everything you did was excellent, really good. You've got a very clear understanding of what you're doing. So I sent you.
Great. 2 weeks.
Yeah, so try that. Maybe that'll work for you. But yeah, I get in trouble.
I see it. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Well, great job. Excellent. You you got a great handle on this. Super good.
Okay. Well, thank you. Keep doing
Absolutely. And the fact that it's a divorce, I would have told him, like, why don't you live in one of the duplexes? She was in the other. So simple.
Yeah. That's also another thing. Now it says it's a duplex, right? But when I go on Zillow, I think it's only one side that's being sold, not both of the sides.
Oh, really?
Yes. So one side is, because if it is like this price for both sides and each side is renting for like 39, that would be a very extremely good deal.
Yeah, that'd be amazing. Okay, yeah, find out. Definitely find out, because there are a lot of houses that are,
duplexes. They sell only half.
They're single houses.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good deal. Yeah, it's probably the one side, because it's a 3-bed, 3-bath, and so you could. Yeah, so I don't know if that means there's a 1-1 and a 2 or yeah.
And the other side, it's like a completely different address. And even if you go on like Zillow or PropStream, you can find that one and you can compare it to how much it was sold and all of that.
Yeah, I think you're right. If that's the case, then yeah, it's a tough one. Okay, cool. Good job. Excellent. All right.
Thank you. Thank you.
See ya. Bye. Okay, Musa, you've been patient. Let me get you off mute. There we go. How you doing, Musa?
Yeah, I'm fine. How you doing?
Good. What you got today?
So my VA has been giving me constantly leads after every 2 days. So I have another deal. It's a multi-family. It's in Detroit.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's listed for it's a duplex and it's listed for 450,000. So when I called the owner yesterday, and he said that I will run my numbers.
All right.
He said that I will call tomorrow. So when I call the owner today, and he said that what the monthly payment, I have just put that property address in the buy box cartel, and he given me numbers. So it listed for 450. Yeah, it's listed for 450, and the buy box offer the price of $504,000.
Okay. So
Yeah, so
it's free and clear for sure. Yeah.
come again. What do you said?
It's free and clear. There's no mortgage.
Yeah, it's a free and clear property, no mortgage on it.
Okay. And so
Yeah, so
yeah, what's it rent for?
so as I told, I have called him yesterday, and I've given the monthly payment that Buybox Cartel give me out. So he gives me out $900 per month. So he said that it's too low. So he told me that just 1 hour ago when I was call with him, he said that it easily rent out for 4,500 easily per month. It's a duplex.
4,500 total. Yeah, not each side.
Yeah, 4,500 total for each side. So he said that the monthly payment that you are giving me is too less. It's just a $900 per month. It's too less. So he wants like some increase in the monthly payment.
Yeah, you could go up to 1125 right away. No problem. That's 25% of the rent. So that's totally doable.
Yeah, but yesterday I have just searched that property on a Zillow rental estimate. So it give me estimate it's give me rent estimate of $2,000. But when I called with that owner, he said that it's right now it's rented for 4,500 per month. When I put that 4,500 per month in that Buybox Carter, so he pop up there with the monthly payment of $2,200.
Okay, per side, yeah.
Yeah. Buybox Carter give me that monthly payment of $2,200. This is what I'm saying.
Okay. Yeah. So
Yeah. So,
you're breaking up a little bit. What did you say?
yeah. So the owner wants me that he wants like 20% or 15% as a down payment. That's a problem on it. What are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, you are cutting out so bad I can't really understand what you're saying. I apologize. So if it's 4,500 a month and it's the $450,000 place, that's pretty good. But I think you're telling me that it's only 2,000 a month. Is that correct?
I'm saying that it's per side it's at $200 per month, and when we combine both, it's for $4,500 per month. It's right now rented for $4,500 per month. Both.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah. So the owner wants me that he wants that the down payment should be increased. So he wants like a 20% down payment on it.
Yeah, I can't do 20. There's no way because that's not sellable. Anybody can get 20%. So you need to stay down around 5%, 6%.
So what do you think about 10%?
10% is okay. I like 5% better. So you could offer them $25,000 down. Okay. See if he bites on that.
Moreover, I just want to say that right now I am in Pakistan, so that's why there's an internet problem. So that's why I'm just breaking out.
No, I understand. No problem.
Yeah, and moreover, I just want to thank you that what you are doing for everyone, for me, and for everyone, and you are just helping us in all the way that with your experience and with your hard work. So I just want to thank you for a whole everyone as a whole. I wanted to thank you for you are doing some amazing job.
Oh, you're totally welcome. I'm psyched that we get to talk to somebody from Pakistan. That's kind of a bonus for me. So it's great to have you here.
So as I am from Pakistan and I just was struggling with some doing some online work, so I just come to have some watch some Richard reels. So then I think I should try that. So there's no competition, no one knows anything about this in Pakistan. So that's why I'm just working on it. And thank you for. I'm just thankful to you again for what you are doing for everyone.
No, you're very welcome. Thank you for saying that. You made my day.
Yeah. Thank you, man. You can, what's your name, sir? Trent or Marlin, sir?
Well, my name is Trent.
Yeah. So I just thank you, Trent, very much, and I will let you know about other properties as well when I will have.
I'm plugging away. Thanks, Musa.
Yeah. Bye bye. Thank you for your time. Bye bye.
All right. See ya. Okay, Eli, what is going on? Eli, you're 15 now. Is that right? You're on mute.
Oh no, this is a different Eli. Let me.
Oh, it's not that Eli. Hey, okay, good. Well,
No, I know. There's like hella Eli's or a bunch of Eli's. Yeah, I'm actually 10. So yeah.
Oh.
Okay. So super quick question. I talked to a realtor about trust. He was saying like, okay, let's say like 3 years down the road or whatever down the road, the buyer wants to sell the property. Does the seller, like right now, does the seller have to like sign on it, or how would they go about that? And he asked me that, and I was kind of like, I honestly don't know. I would think maybe, but I've said I'm not sure because they would only own 10% of the trust, so I don't know. There's a couple people that gave me some answers in chat.
So it is.
But,
I mean, the situation is the buyer owns the house,
right?
And so they can sell it, but they have to sell it with the same terms that we bought it with, and so they need to understand that those are the terms, and they have to agree with it. So it's something that can transfer to somebody else, which it more than likely will because we're wholesaling it.
Right.
And so, yeah, they have to abide by those rules of how the trust was set up.
Okay. So okay, because that was like the main question he was kind of curious about. So like the property's listed at it's 340.
Okay.
But they owe 303. So I'm not trying to get into numbers, but I'm saying like let's say because he just said 3 years, but because he was like, so is the end goal you just keep it forever? You just like won the mortgage forever, and then like one day you give it back? And I was like, another question I wasn't sure about. I was like, I mean, essentially the end goal is to refinance or to sell. And hey, is that like correct? How would you go about that? How would you answer?
So are you thinking seller finance, or are you thinking a sub 2?
This is a sub 2.
Okay, that's so with the sub 2. I mean, if the interest rate is low, we like to keep it for as long as we possibly can.
Right.
So
okay,
that's my goal as an investor is I want to keep them.
Okay.
Because especially if they cash flow, like I've got a duplex, the cash flow is $1,500 a month. Yes, please.
Right.
I'll keep that forever.
Yeah, this is kind of a weird thing. It's like someone like this dude's trying to look for a house to move into in Florida.
That's even better. So what I do in these situations, I'm like, hey, where do you want to live? Give me your buy box for the person that's selling. Let me try to find you the same deal that I'm trying to get you to do for you. And so you don't have to qualify. You can get in. Where does he live? What
he lives in New York, and like he's saying, like he told me, he's like he wants a property in Florida or around there, like
Great.
Orlando, Fort Lauderdale. Like he wants to get in super low entry because he's like a traveling nurse. So like he's from Florida, and I'm trying to go off the top of my head. And he was saying,
yeah, but you got to check with him. Nurses are girls; they're not boys.
Oh, my bad. Well, he's I don't know what a male nurse is then. I have no idea how you say that.
I'm just a jerk.
Yeah, he kind of said that, and so he'd want to Airbnb it essentially when he's not there. Like that's what he was saying he'd do with it. But he like that wouldn't be his main property to what he described, but he like be there periodically, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So this is a prime, like this is when you can do deals in one fell swoop. So find out from him exactly what he wants. Where does he want to live in Florida? What hospital is he working at? and then start searching for that too. So
Right.
if you find him a deal and get him, that incentivizes him to sell you his deal. You know what I mean?
Right. So exactly. That's why like I kind of use it. I was like, yeah, so I actually have someone really interested. Like he told me he's trying to move in within the month. So like I told him this, and like the one thing is like Deal Machine or whatever said, or Batch Leads said that they owed more, like they owed 320. So the realtor said they owe 303. So it's kind of a jump, but he said that they're in a divorce and that they're just trying to be done with the property. Like they don't live there anymore. So they're just like, yeah, I'm done with this. So,
Okay.
and he mentioned also like she's just wanting to sell it and, and not have to come out of pocket. So I told him like, well, she wouldn't have to come out of pocket, and like I want to cover your commission and pay the closings. And I was like, but
Be
like
careful about,
that was
be careful about the commission, because there's what I do in these situations, especially when they don't have any money, is I try to talk to the realtor and say, hey, these guys are really in a rough spot. Any chance I can pay you $500 to walk away from this deal, just so we can get it done, and see what they say.
Okay, yeah, because the dude's trying to get in like super low entry, like you know what I'm saying. So,
Sure, absolutely.
and this property has a 2.8 interest rate, so like it's
it's
low-key
low-key
nasty.
that.
It's just he asked me that question like if he wants to sell it and stuff like that, and I was kind of just like, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, man. I honestly could get a better answer, but I don't know, and I was just kind of free ball.
Bring his buy box to us, and let's throw it out there, and like you've got a gazillion people here that can help you find a property for him, and so everybody wins.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
That will incentivize him big time.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
He knows
That's a
what
big
he's
thing.
doing. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that'd be great. That's awesome.
Okay. Bet. So yeah. Okay. I can do that. I'm trying to think if I had another question. Yeah. I think that was it. But okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna
make sure. Yeah, I'm here every morning from 8 till 10. Like, bring
Yeah.
it to us. Let's do a search. Like, let's have a good time. We'll all search for it and see what we come up with, and try to do some properties to offer to him that would work for him in the same manner of what you're doing.
Right
That
now.
you want him to. So that'd be
Yeah.
sick.
Okay. But yeah. Okay. Yeah. Say less. I'll see kind of what his buy box is. I have some information on it, but I gotta get more pinpoint with it.
It's super specific. Find out exactly what he wants to pay per month. Find out the area, maybe a zip code or a hospital that he's going to be close to, just because he's a nurse.
Mhm.
All that stuff. The more info that we have, the more we can surgically go after and find him a deal.
Yeah.
And then
Okay.
you get 2 fees. That's the best.
Okay. Bet. Yeah. Okay. All right. Say less. Okay, yeah, I'll figure that out, and then I'll be in your live streams in the morning and stuff like that. So if I figure it out by tomorrow, I'll jump in, say some.
Okay, and you look great for being 15. So
Hey, Trent, I really
awesome.
appreciate it, man. My mom really got me right, So.
Oh yeah, it's lotion. That's what it did. That's great.
Exactly.
All
All
right,
right,
bro.
man. I appreciate you.
Okay, take it easy.
All right, later.
All right, Richard should be here in a minute, but we're just gonna hunt for people real quick that want to jump on stage. I know most of you are waiting for Richard, so I will. Let's see. I think Joel's waiting for Richard because he's got some kind of a deal. Let's see. Let's do ladies first. Where do we have ladies first? Here we go. There we go. Freedom Seeker, what's up?
Hi, I don't know how to turn my camera on. I'm brand new, not even 48 hours here.
Oh my goodness. Okay, we can't talk to you unless you know how to do these things. No, it's no big deal at all. What got you into this? What brought you in?
Really? Because I stumbled upon, I guess Instagram showed me Richard's stuff for the last month or so, and it just keeps popping up on my For You page. And
Oh, nice.
I have been really wanting to buy a house myself, and I can't
Good.
figure out how to do it the traditional way. And so that's what really got me interested. But now I just want to kick butt and have a second career after the military stuff. So
Oh, perfect. What branch of the military?
I'm actually a trainer. I train all of the medical professionals for the military.
Oh, nice. That's awesome.
Yeah.
All branches? You don't?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's cool. Okay, so Where do you want to find your house? Where do you want that to be?
Oh, I actually my cute little dream house already popped up.
Okay, awesome.
And I don't think that it's necessarily a really great investment, but I really think it's adorable.
Well, and that's the deal. Like what's cool about this is there's the investment side of it where we're trying to cash flow, but there's the retail side. And that's the side I like the best, is because if I can help somebody get into a home that maybe they can't qualify for the loan, maybe, you know, whatever it is, it's such a cool way for people to find a house that they can actually live in. And I really love that part of it. I mean, it's in because we don't need it to cash flow. We just need the payment per month to be something you can handle, right? So if you want to, do you want to send me the address to your dream house? Do you know how to do that?
I'm messaging it to you right this second. I think I figured out how to do that.
Yeah, just right click on my picture and then it will it'll give you a message. Yeah, you did it. Oh, let's see. No, that was in the chat. Let's see.
So I
Yeah, because retail buyers are so much easier to find for. It's really kind of fun.
Oh, I already did my homework on these people. Like I went to the county assessor's office and looked it all up, and I sent you the
Nice.
message, sir.
Okay, you don't have to go to the office. You can approach that stuff right on the. Oh, this is cool. Okay,
Isn't she
I
just
like
adorable?
I like this. This is really cool.
Yeah.
I feel like you could take a bite out of it. You know, it looks like a gingerbread
I
house.
know. It looks like a little gingerbread house.
You're so excited.
So anyway, I looked on the tax assessor's information. I don't know how to send that to you. I guess I
No
can
worries.
send that in
And you
too.
can do all that stuff online too. You don't have to go actually to the. You know, you can do all that online.
Oh no. Yeah, I looked it up online. Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Oh, I thought you went to. I thought you booted it down.
Oh
to
no, I didn't pop up. I'm not even in the same state right this second.
What state are you in?
I'm up north. I'm actually close to your area. I'm at a different base right now.
Oh, okay. My area. Are you in Newport Beach? We don't have bases out here.
I can't say right now.
Okay, gotcha. No worries.
So why
No worries.
am I being ambiguous?
Okay, I get it. Okay, so what's cool about this is we know that they don't have a mortgage. Okay, so they own it
Yes.
completely.
Because that's what the 100% means, right?
Yep, exactly. So they've got they bought it and they own it and it's all good. Let me see. And they only have 2 properties, so they're not big investors or anything, so they're not going to be mean, because those guys can usually be mean.
So it's
Okay.
been under contract several times. I
Okay.
believe more than twice, as I've been watching this property for a while.
Okay.
It just was under contract, and I guess it fell through on the 19th.
Okay. So good. So
I don't
it's
know.
back.
Yeah, it's back.
Oh, that's really cool. I'm trying to think what's the major city that's close to?
Oh, that's San Antonio. It's in San Antonio.
Oh, it's San Antonio. Okay, perfect.
Yeah, that's where I'm from.
Oh, good. Going home. I can get it.
Yeah.
This thing's so cool. Like really, really cool. And then you've got all the park right behind it. Okay, this is cool. So in this situation, what we do is we'll go in and we'll offer a low cash price. Okay. We'll come in and we'll say, hey, we'd love to give you a cash price of, let's say, 175. Okay, it's 289. And so that's a low cash price, right?
Uh-huh.
But what we try to do is say, you know what, I could, when they say no to that and they get kind of mad, you say, well, would you guys take 300,000 for it? And they're like, what? Why would you give me $300,000 for my property? And you come back and you say, well, what I'd love to do is just incentivize you to take a set of payments over the next 8 years. I can pay you. And here's where it's beautiful. You don't, I mean, the rent estimate there's 1,500. So
Yeah.
usually we would take like 25% of that 1,500.
Right.
And do like $400 a month. But you don't have to. You can say, really whatever you want to pay per month for you, since you're buying it. So you can come in and say, what's your threshold? What do you want to pay?
I think I could. I mean, I could do 12 to 1,500. I could do that.
Okay. So if you come in and you say, hey, I can give you exactly what you would get if you'd rented this place out per month, and you don't have to be the landlord. So I would say that's your top offer. I would come in and say, hey, I can give you $1,000 a month or $900 a month, and see where they're at. They might say yes to that right away, and then boom, you're in for $900 a month. And say, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's where being a retail buyer is so much easier to do these deals, because it's really whatever your threshold is. And so knowing that your property taxes are going to be $400,
yep,
your insurance is going to be another $100. So if you come in and you say $1,000, you're right at that $1,500 all in with your PITI.
Okay. Can I ask the realtor why they can't sell it?
100%. Say, hey, I've been watching this. I think it's adorable, but it keeps on going in and out, and I get my hopes up, and then it goes away, and I get like, yeah, what's going on with this place? What's happening? The motivation is everything. Like, finding out people's motivation is everything.
When I called her originally several weeks ago, her being the realtor, she said that it's just a second property and they just want to get rid of it.
Perfect. Yep, you're there to take it away from them. So as a retail buyer, if you come in, I would start coming in and saying that you give them $800 a month, because you still have your PI, I mean your ITI that you have to worry about. But yeah, so find out the motivation, and then then I would make that offer, and they'll be thrilled to know that they're making more than, they're getting more money than what they have it up for. And it might be and knowing that you're going to live there is going to be huge to them too. That's a great motivator.
Okay, great. And then do you do one-on-ones?
Yeah, absolutely. I go live every morning from 8 till 10. You can come in there anytime. And but if you need help like closing this, I can help you with that. No problem.
Okay, do I message you?
Yep, you can just send me a message or and see me. Let's do this in the live so everybody can learn from it, because you're a retail buyer. It's a whole different ball of wax. So much easier.
Okay, all right. Because I don't know what I'm doing. I have a zillion more questions because I want to add some things and create a portfolio myself.
Okay. Yep. That's my whole focus.
Okay, great. I know you're probably trying to get rid of me because Richard's here. I'll just send you a
Richard's
message. So
here.
thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Guys, Trent gave me $10,000 today for a phone call.
There it is.
10,000
delivered.
I mean, I would say probably the easiest $10,000 I've made in my life. There was,
and what's funny, it's also the easiest $100,000 in equity that I took over.
It is. It might be worth like 30 to 40, but to have the peace of mind, to not have to worry about, wholesale deals are really stressful, guys. Whenever I have 4 or 5 wholesale deals, I'm just stressed as hell, because I'm like, holy shit, I don't want to have to tell these guys I'm going to cancel. And it's just nice to know like it's done and I don't have to worry about it anymore, especially when the seller is somebody who really needs help out of a difficult situation. And then the other part of that, guys, is if you wholesale a deal to somebody who's kind of shady, kind of like maybe shouldn't be buying, they may not treat your seller well. And that can come back on you, not legally, of course, but it's just, you know, it's not the best scenario. So it's awesome to have the peace of mind, and, you know, $10,000 is $10,000, guys.
Well, and the seller is awesome. I mean, we've gotten to be friends, and I've been able to talk to her. We're just switching everything over, and she's thrilled. So it was a great deal altogether. Everybody won in this one, and I just appreciate Richard letting me have it. I shook his hand as fast as I could, so I think he had.
Yeah.
But we got it done.
I think it could have done. I think it could have done maybe 25, maybe not 40, because there was this tenant thing, and then it's also kind of like you have to figure out something else to do with it because it doesn't cash flow very well. But guys, if you were a retail buyer, because I kind of came in here on a retail buyer discussion, this is like, there's nothing better in the entire world if you're a retail buyer. If you're an investor, it's like one of the best deals I'm going to see in a long time, but there will be better deals. But if you're somebody who wants to live in a house, it's a $500,000 house for free. Like, I kid you not, his closing cost maybe $5-6K or something like that. But you know,
5K.
You know, it's just you have a $500K house for a security deposit, and it's just and then not only do you have a $500K house for a security deposit, you get a 3% interest rate and over $100,000 in equity. So if you're not somebody who cares about cash flow because you're thinking, oh, I want to live in this property, it'll never get better than this. I mean, unless the house is more luxury than this, but this is a pretty nice house anyway.
No, it's really nice. Super nice. Well, and I think it's 2.6 the interest rate.
Oh, I didn't even know that. I thought it was 3.0. It's ridiculous.
It's so great. No, it's awesome. Thank you so much, Richard. I appreciate it. Tons.
Are you still buying? Because I got another one yesterday.
Yes, massively. Like, I can't get enough.
I got this yesterday. I can't market it because it's in a no wholesale city, but I own not far from here. It's a 3.2, 1,300 square feet, 2.85% interest rate. You got 15K down. That's what I have it at. I'd sell it for 5K. And your payment's $750. Rent is like $1,406.
Wow.
So it doesn't. The only thing about it is there's a shed in the back. Am I sharing my screen? Yeah.
Yep. I see it. Oh yeah.
And
it's got TV in the back.
This right here, apparently there was a fire on this guy's property, and the side of this shed right here, or maybe it's the shed in the back, I don't know. It's not the main house. Apparently just the siding, which is really cheap, you know, stick-on siding, got melted a little bit, and apparently it can just be taken off the house, so you don't even need to fix it, take it off. But that's the only thing about it, and otherwise it's fully turnkey.
That's cool.
There's 70K of equity in it. He only owes.
There we go.
He only owes 124 at 2.8.
I will run my numbers and check it out. Yeah, I want to look at that. Okay, I'll let you know.
Entry would be 23 all in with closing. But this is one I have. I'll be locking this up today. I got verbal on it yesterday. Actually, guys, we're going to start probably by calling the seller here. So if you want to stick around, I might be able to see what's on the seller's mind. I don't know if they signed. I'm going to call Lexi really quick.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll hang tight. Hey, Freedom Seeker, what's your first name?
Oh, I'm Jessica.
Jessica. Okay, cool. Okay, I'm going to throw you back down into the audience, Jessica.
Thank you so much for your help.
All righty, take care.
Okay, so I'm going to call Clarissa, actually, because Clarissa's working on it.
Hey, Richard, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm good. Just kind of busy. Sorry, I missed your phone call.
No, you didn't miss it.
Yeah.
You didn't miss it. There's a deal that I sent to you I don't know, yesterday. Are you in a chat on an Admiral Boulevard in Tulsa, Oklahoma? A deal I sent yesterday.
Let me check that. One
I
second.
don't know if you're in that chat. Let me just make sure. I'm just trying to figure out if the seller signed. Okay.
Is that the one that you're buying?
No, I played with the idea of buying it, but I'm buying something else right now, so I'll probably sell this. I might be selling it to Trent. I'm just trying to see if the seller signed. But Admer, yeah, you are in it. You are in here. You are in here. Did the seller sign? It looks like you sent him a DocuSign.
Let me check. Let me check. Is that 3223 3rd Street?
No. Just look up Admiral in your texts. ADMIRAL. 2836.
This one sec. I sent him the DocuSign earlier today, but they haven't signed.
Have they opened it?
Let me check that. I'm on a different DocuSign. One sec.
No
Let me
worries,
log
no
in.
worries. I'll tell you, I'll give him a call. It's okay. I just wanted to see if he'd signed. It's all right.
Yeah, but it's not yet signed. That's what I can assure you. Because I should be getting a copy of a signed document if it's already signed, but it's not.
Okay, I'll give him a call. It's okay.
Okay. Alrighty. Thank you, Rich.
Absolutely. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, so we're just guys, we're gonna give the seller a call right now. This is kind of always how this goes. It's the seller gets exactly what they want, and then they're like, well, let me see, and then they call you back a week later and then they sign. So we're gonna give them a call right now. I also have the mortgage statement, so yeah, normal mortgage payment looks like it's $650.
Your call has been forwarded to voice.
I think he just declined my call. So I'll just say, hey, following up on the agreement we sent. Okay, so I can keep you posted. He's not answering right now, guys.
Yeah, let me know.
In other news, $94,000 was the assignment fee for the 18-year-old. 94,000. That is our third largest assignment fee ever. $94,000. I have a $102,000 assignment fee here. You guys have seen me working with student Ronnie for the past, I don't know, maybe 2 weeks on this now. He's the guy who made just a few phone calls. Ronnie, here you are. So Ronnie, you know Garrett, right? Garrett, this is Ronnie. Ronnie's the student who locked that up. Yeah.
Oh, hey Ronnie, I found you a buyer.
Great. I was gonna talk to you about the deal before when Richard was in his trip, but he came back and it ended up going under contract